Joining me now on the Daily Ledger Page 5 beat from Southern California, President of Wilsey Asset Management, Brent Wilsey. Brent, it's hard to read the tea leaves right now of what's going on between Team Trump and China. But how much do you think that the uncertainty over any kind of deal is weighing on the market right now? We've seen some pretty wild swings, mostly in the downward direction over the last week or so. What percent do you think is uncertainty regarding U.S.-China trade?
Well, Graham, here's what's going on from what I can see. I mean, Monday we had a great day because, they extended the trades, how great that was and so forth. Then we start hearing talk from economic advisor Larry Kudlow, which is positive, kind of agrees with Trump about things going well. And then the trade advisor, Peter Navarro, he's very tough. I've been on air with him. He's a tough man to kind of deal with. And he's virtually saying that there's no deal, in 9 days, tariffs will be added. He's not saying anything controversial. He's just saying what will happen. So if you put it all together, it's still positive, but the market's not seeing it that way. The market's saying we don't have anything positive. Market doesn't like uncertainty, so therefore we keep falling and falling here.
Do you think overall the Trump administration has created an environment of uncertainty, or do you see a certain picture here? It seems to me that the Trump administration has been, over the last 2 years, pretty much emblematic of keeping its word. It wants to deregulate, reduce the size and scope of the federal government, wants to have a pro-growth agenda. The market reacted to that. Market reacted the day after he was elected president of the United States. But overall, the numbers that are coming in are pretty good. In other words, it doesn't look like we're headed toward a recession anytime soon, does it?
No, not even close to that. And what's actually happening in the market, Graham, is that you've got these high-frequency traders, program trader. We don't have this uptick rule any longer, so the market's just going crazy because about 6% of the overall volume is what's causing it to fall. So we have great fundamentals, but there's like these program traders on one word, they can start selling. So they're not looking at the fundamentals, they're not looking at what's really going on, because you're right, Trump has kind of kept his word on a lot of things, but people don't realize the game changes as things change. You got to change a little bit.
And of course, they're paying attention to what the president is tweeting. The president tweeting about China today. He's been tweeting about China, I think, virtually every day this week. But today he says, just very simply, Brent, China talks are going very well. Does this appear to you, as it appears to me, a message to the markets and to investors and to traders to say, hey, calm down to stop the bleeding on Wall Street?
It really does, but it's not working because there's controversy. And even though the president says, hey, things are going well, Larry Kudlow says things are going good. Peter Navarro not saying that, but that's where the problem is. They're all three not agreeing, so there's doubts, and people do doubt what the president says sometimes. But he does stand behind his word, but things change, and therefore he'll change with it.
President also tweeting about OPEC, openly saying to OPEC, hey, this week saying, hey, please don't reduce production. And what did OPEC do? Well, they turned around and decided to reduce production. So I guess we're going to see oil prices going up and the price of gasoline going up.
Graham, we're in a pretty good level, between $50 to $60 a barrel. That's a good level to be in. I'm talking about West Texas Intermediate crude. That's a good level, but I mean, the president does want oil to stay low because that helps the economy, because you pay less for gas and you have more money to pay for other things. But on the other side, Russia, Saudi Arabia, they want to increase production, reduce production, because they want to increase prices because they'll bring in more. So I think we have the sweet spot right now between 50 and 60. That's a good spot to be in for both sides. I think that's where we're going to be here.
Real quick, 2 readings on the economy before I let you go. Number 1 is jobs. Number 2, wages. Both are pretty solid. But there's a but there, isn't there?
Well, it didn't come in as good as we wanted it to. Graham, to keep the population growth going and employment, we need 100,000 jobs. We surpassed that. We had 155,000 jobs. Last 12 months, wage growth up 3.1%. Construction jobs up 5,000. Not as good as expected, but manufacturing, retail did good. So we're not doing poorly here, Graham, just not as good as maybe we wanted to do.
Also keep in mind that the number of Americans employed right now, I think it's 156.8 million, is a record number, the biggest ever recorded. Brent, thank you.
You're welcome.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.